Hello everyone, Ron here from HEISTMAN'S Hit the Road. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for joining us camping. In this video, we relocate back to TTO Resort in Clermont, Florida. While there, we experience yet another water outage. We then discover the source of a foul odor, enjoy a visit from an unexpected guest, resolve a couple of frustrating issues, and share a list of equipment we use to capture and edit our videos. Jackie and I are very happy that you're here and eager to get started, so buckle up and let's hit the road. It is very hot, muggy, humid here in Florida. It's not even 10 o'clock a.m. yet, and I am like sweating profusely. I've got my little cooling towel on. So we're getting picked up. I picked up a lot yesterday. We had guests over last night, so I couldn't pick up everything, but that's great because, you know, we really enjoy our friends. So, all right. Right now, all that's left is STARLINK still up there. I got these two chairs to stow. Of course, the drawer is out of the kitchen, so I can get STARLINK out of there. And if you've watched our previous episodes, you'll know why. That's how I feed the cable through, going up to the dish. And got water and sewer and cable TV, which I can unhook anytime because she's not using it. So anyway, just got to get finished, picked up, get on hitch, be out by 11, lay up until about 10 of, then go on up to TTO and check in at noon. Okay, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Got a little friend over there. Hi, buddy. I've went ahead and policed the site here at Lake Magic. Here's my take. You can see there's a couple of bottle caps, twist ties, you know, tie wraps, cigarette butts, you name it, it's in there pretty much. An old cigarette lighter. And there's a bobby pin that I found. And whenever I find an old bobby pin, I think of my dear mother, you know. Anyway, make campsites clean again. MCCA Mecca. If we all do our part, we'll all have a better camping experience. So we're almost to the gate at TTO. We're 3 campers ahead of us, and I think they're moving up now, so there's 2 ahead of us now. And there's 1 behind us. We got here about, I don't know, 4 minutes after noon. So not too heavy of a day. Sometimes this will get lined up all the way out to Route 27, which is, geez, at least a quarter of a mile or better. So we're going to be checking in soon. I'm back.
You're back.
Yes, oh, you need my ID.
I need your ID. I recognize you, but I don't know who you are.
That's right.
I only see 400 people a day.
Is that all?
That's all, man. I have a hard time keeping track of them.
I would keep track of about 10 and then I'd be lost. Yep, should have had my ID all set and ready. Done this a few
Here's
times.
your welcome gift.
Thank you. Welcome gift, Tony.
There's your license back.
There's my license.
Here's your 2 passes now.
Thank you.
You know all about that.
Yep.
Here's your reading material. Got to keep you stocked up now.
Excellent.
We're in a burn ban still, so don't break out in the fire pit this trip.
You got it. So I don't need this fire starter paper then.
That's right. You better hang on to it, though.
Oh, we will.
Next time you might need it.
Might need it.
All right, you go at turbo 34. Second right, put her down there and back it in.
Okay.
All right?
You're the best. Thanks, man.
Keep an eye on you, man.
Yeah, well, you know, you'll be able to see me.
Gotta.
You know, she gets tired of keeping an eye on me. She needs help.
Uh-huh. I understand.
See you later, man. Turbo, second right.
Yeah,
It should be on the
oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. Yep, turbo 34.
Got a guy ahead of us holding us up a little. There. On the Turbo 34. Here's our site. Yeah, honey. All right, we're safely at our next destination, 1000 Trails Orlando, TTO. I was outside working on the truck and Jackie came out and said there was no water. We know why. This guy's digging over here. He's pumping out the pit so we can get down in there and try to figure out why they have a water leak down there. I don't know how long it's going to be. Now you can see where we're camped up there. That's the front end of our unit. You can see Max parked there. This thing here, I don't know, sewer transfer or whatever. You get downwind of that, it is nasty. Anybody that's downwind of this thing, you know, if you've got a weak stomach, holy Christmas, you know. If we had to smell that all the time, you know, we're upwind of it right now. And I would have to go up and get us moved because there's no way. I mean, you're camping. Why would you want to smell that? I mean, it's terrible. There's got to be something they could do, one would think, but I don't know. I guess there's another one somewhere else down in this area, that over that way further beyond there, somewhere over there. I'll have to find it, but yep, this one smells really bad. So you can see where that trucks are up the road, and it's pretty loud that when he's running that vacuum, sucking the water out of there. But we need water, so it's got to be fixed. So the story was, I just got from this lady that's camping here, that there was a big wet spot here, and then it started to collapse. So they called and they sent the plumber. So you can see this one piece of gray pipe coming out. It must have came up. I don't know if he's got just some tape over the white one right there. See, maybe that's where it tapped in. But you can see over here you got a problem too. This 90 split up top for that other pipe that comes up. Probably feeds water over to that site, that blue pipe. There's a hole in that T too. So he might have done that shoveling, I guess. But anyway, he put up some cones and some ribbon, and he took off, so he's probably after some parts. So I think we're going to be a bit longer before we get water back. Let's zoom in on that T here, and you can see the hole and the crack on top of the T, you know, where that blue pipe comes in. The blue pipe down there. That's the deal, that's the deal. Now that blue wire running along the white pipe, so if they ever had to find the buried pipes, those are tracer wires, so they can send a signal down it and they can read it from a device above ground. I'm almost 100% sure I'm right about that tracer wire thing, and if I'm wrong, somebody can let me know in the comments. Checking. I got a visitor right under the camper. Get in the shade. Hi there. You're a cutie. Oh, what kind of chicken that is. Hi there. Rolling down the boulevard, feeling at ease. Cruising, moving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Catch the vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. Chilling at the cookout, grab a plate. Got ribs, got wings, I just can't wait. Talk smack with the homies, laugh till we cry. And the beat still bumps as the sun says goodbye. Now throw your hands up if you feel this breeze. Come on, West Coast vibing got you weak in the knees. Low riders bouncing with the funk turn high. Under neon skies, man, we're feeling fly. Cruising. All right, so if you've watched this channel before or seen the video, I carry a lot of stuff in the back of the truck here. And when I want to take it to an automatic car wash, I have to clean it all out. Okay, they won't let you through those things, at least the ones that are manned. They won't let you through with anything in the back of your truck, right? I guess they're afraid it's going to blow out and get into their equipment or whatever. So I remove everything out of the back of the truck except for the hitch. And that includes everything that I store underneath the toolbox. So I've got wooden blocks under there, gas can, flare kit, you know, triangle kit, you know, safety. Jack stands, there's a trolley jack under there. Lots of stuff I carry under there. And what a pain in the butt to yard it out of there. Go get your truck washed, come back, and put it all back the way you got it. So what I did was I invested in this net, this cargo net, and I fixed it down there. In the hopes that when I get there, they'll see that and understand that, you know, that stuff's not going to blow out of there. It's not going to come out. It's not going to hurt their equipment. So hopefully they'll wave me through next time I go. I'll let you know. But, you know, it's really tiresome to pull all that stuff out of there. It's bad enough to pull everything else out, but to get that stuff out from underneath there and to pack it all back in, it's a hassle. So we'll see. I'll let you know. And FYI, I ordered it from Amazon. This is the cargo net I used. All right. When we bought our camper, it's a 2018 Jayco Eagle, okay? Harlock. Rear living, outside kitchen, Harlock. Anyway, when we bought it used off a couple, and I told the story in past videos. A couple down in Pennsylvania, and they were the salt of the earth people. Beautiful, wonderful people. And unfortunately, they found some bad times, and they had to get rid of their camper. So it was a real jewel, a real gem. But when we were looking it over down there before we purchased, I looked underneath and I could see where the chloroplast underneath had been cut and taped back together, you know. And I asked him about that, and he didn't have any idea. Okay, and I believe him. I think what had happened was, you know, at the dealership when they prepped it, they had a leak or something, and they cut in down there. Or it could have happened at the factory, I guess. Rather than to drop the chloroplast to work on it, they cut in and they fixed whatever they had to fix down there, because it gives you access, especially in these two areas. It gives you access to the black tank and one of the gray tank dump valves down there. Okay. And then they just taped it back up, you know. So I believed him, and it's like, and that's I figured happened. And like I said, when we were checking it all out, the thing checked. Yeah, I mean, this thing was a beauty. Since then, looking underneath, that tape doesn't hold. You know, it was done with like duct tape, and then I've used Gorilla Tape, and I've cleaned it with mineral spirits. I've done all kinds of things, and after a while, the tape just starts to come loose. And I was reluctant to do this in the past, but I'll show you what I've done. We'll crawl under. We'll do some yoga. So, join me underneath on my yoga mat. We'll do some yoga. These are the two areas. Okay. There's also one back further too that I don't have as much trouble with the tape, but one of these days I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay. What I did was came down here with my drill and a bunch of zip ties, and I made it look like, you know, Frankenstein's neck. Okay. And that should not come apart anymore. One of the things that they did wrong was they cut it so the front of it is this way. The long spot should have been cut in the back so the wind coming under doesn't catch it and want to open it back up, right? They should have cut it the other way, but they didn't. They cut it this way. So I've zip tied them. You can see where I've drilled holes and zip tied them. Now, I'm tempted to put tape over that. Well, why would I do that? Okay. I would do that to keep bugs out, I guess. But if you look at the bottoms of these things, there's plenty of places bugs can get in. You know, they do their, well, what they call their best, you know, with, you can see the spray foam over here and stuff like that, right? But I mean, it just sits there on top of the frame, right? Sits on top of the frame, and every cross member has a, you know, screw in it. But the bugs can get on top of that frame and get up in there. So I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to leave it just like it is and see how it holds up. And if that one gets any worse, the one back there, you can see some tape back there, right? Kind of pulling down on the edges. I'll do the same thing. But, you know, it's never fun working underneath one of these things, because why? You're lying on your back, for number one. And number two, you're not always in a spot where, you know, you're not on gravel. This happens to be a concrete spot, and I do have my yoga mat, so it takes the sting out. So anyway, wanted to share that with you. Frankenstein stitches. All right, I probably should put some more here, but we'll see how it holds up. Okay, it's the first one I did, and I think I started to get carried away over there. But maybe not. Maybe this one something will happen. I'll have to put more in. So recently we received an email from a viewer asking about what kind of equipment we use to film our content, how we edit it, what editing software we use, and they're also interested in setting up a YouTube channel for themselves. So we've never really done this before, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. We may not be the best people to ask. Thank you for all the viewers that have subscribed, but as of the filming of this, we only have 274 subscribers, and we've got over 100 videos out there, and we've been at this for a couple of years now. So, but we're going to keep going. We're going to document our travels and our adventures anyway. Might as well upload them to YouTube and see what happens, right? Share them with those who are interested. So let's get started. This is a Nikon D3100 DSL camera. We had it before we went full-time. It's a relatively inexpensive camera, and we don't use it for videos because it has a built-in mic and no way to accommodate an external mic. And when you the zoom motor and the focus motor kind of makes noise, you can hear it on the video. So it's really not, that's not why we bought it. We bought it for pictures. We used it a lot in our early days when we were out west in national parks. At the time, videoing in national parks and then posting it to social media was not allowed. It looks like they've moved on from that, and we'll have to go back and video because most of those YouTube episodes were still pictures, right? But you can go back and look, see how we did. There's an extra lens, different lens. So one's close up, and the other one's a little telescopic. We don't have a real good telescopic. Okay, so this is a GoPro Hero 9. All right. It's the only GoPro we have. And this one does not accept external microphones on its own. This is what you call a media mod. The Hero goes in here and allows you to plug in an external mic. Okay, you cannot Bluetooth a mic into this. All right, so external microphones. This package here is a Rode Wireless Pro. 2 mics and a receiver. Cannot Bluetooth with this. Okay, this has to be plugged into your camera, your phone, whatever else you're using. Okay. These DJI mini mics, okay, you can Bluetooth into devices that will allow it, okay. Like right now, one of the cameras we have is an Osmo Pocket 3, and that's what you're watching us record on right now. This recording is filmed with an Osmo Pocket 3. These mics are currently Bluetoothed in, okay. Hopefully the audio is good. So this device, which now has my iPhone 6 mini in it, is a gimbal. This gimbal is made by Ochuan, A-O-C-H-U-A-N. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so I spelled it out for you. It's been a good gimbal. I really had no prior experience with gimbals, okay? But I haven't used it in a while. Right now, currently, it has the iPhone 6 mini in it, but it will hold the iPhone 16 Pro, no problem. This tie wrap you'll see on it, you should be able to see it. It's a black tie wrap up here around the top mount. I use it to clip the Rode receiver for the external mics, okay, so I can plug into the camera. I don't know, I've never tried Bluetoothing them with, these are kind of new to me, these DJI mini mics. I have never tried to Bluetooth into the phone with these, or as I've already said, I'm Bluetooth into the Osmo Pocket 3. But I've never used these mics with this setup. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but it works good with the Rode mics, you know, with the receiver clipped on here and plugged into the phone. All right, shut that off. All right, I used to use that all the time, just haven't used it in a while. In addition to the Osmo Pocket 3, the Hero, and the camera, we use our phones quite often. Jackie and I both have iPhone 16 Pros, okay? I use this a lot. She uses hers all the time for filming. On this gimbal, iPhone 6 mini, we both had those. I kept mine, we traded hers in. I still use this iPhone 6 mini on occasion. Also utilize a shutter device. So it's a remote shutter for starting and stopping cameras that you can Bluetooth into, like the iPhone mostly. Mostly the iPhones is how I use this. Or the iPad when I'm using that to record. Okay. This is just a small little stand. I will show you the tripod I currently use at the end, because right now it's holding up the Osmo Pocket 3. I also use that stand for a selfie stick. This is an old selfie stick that we used to use. I haven't used that in forever. I do all the video editing on an iPad. Okay, the iPad has like 264 gig of memory, so I'm constantly having to watch that, and all the content and all the footage that we record is saved off the iPad onto SSD devices. Okay, these are Samsung T9s. We have 2 of them, and they each hold 2 terabytes apiece. They do make them bigger, but I figured, well, if one fails, I'm only going to lose 2 terabytes of information, which is a whole lot. So after creating the content and uploading it to YouTube, I will move it all off the iPad and put it on those storage devices. Just free up room on the iPad. Else I would just run out of room, we wouldn't be able to do anything. And when I'm mounting the Hero and the Media Mod or both to the tripod, you know, I have various different ways to connect, okay? We'll show you that tripod and what I call my selfie stick. This is the tripod I was using to film. This is the Osmo Pocket 3, okay? I'm going to take that off here. Okay, put it down and fold this up. It's made by Urig, U-U-R-I-G, okay? Bought it on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon, okay? And it's pretty handy. Not only can it be a tripod, okay, but the tripod telescopes out. It's probably about 4 foot tall, maybe even 5. Let's see, about 4 foot tall, okay. And it's also will hold your iPhone, okay, or any other device that like it'll hold the GoPro. You screw that in there, hold the GoPro. And you saw where it held the Osmo Pocket 3. So, and you could just use it as a selfie stick, right? This end adjusts, right? Use it for a selfie stick. I like it. It's sturdy. There have been some times when I've been outside in the wind and I've weighted the feet down to keep it from tipping over. Don't want it tipping over with your camera gear on it, right? But Urig, U-U-R-I-G. Friends of ours had one, gave us the information. Thank you, Kurt and Mel. Appreciate it. And right here it's called a, it's been so long since I've ordered it, I don't remember. A TP02. TP02. VN, the editing software. VN stands for Vlog Now, and it's an app, okay? And you can't, it's not made for a Mac computer or a Windows computer, okay? So what I mean by that is it can be used on an iPhone or it can be used on a tablet, okay? I don't think it can be used on anything else. You get 100 projects for free, all right? Now, right before I hit 100, I went ahead and I paid for the subscription. The free use of the software, you're limited in certain aspects. So I find that the paid version, the subscription version, is actually better. Okay. Now, if I decide to go to a computer, okay, even a Mac, then I'm not going to be able to use this software. They didn't at the time I started using it make one for a computer, so I don't think they do still. I edit with a tablet. It works out pretty good. So should I change the way I want to edit, I might have to change the editing software. We'll see. I started using it on my phone and I got used to it. So I graduated to the iPad only because I was used to it, and I can use it pretty quickly now. Our viewer also asked about STARLINK, okay? Now we've had STARLINK since we hit the road. We bought it like a month and a half, 2 months after we hit the road because, you know, we decided to try to use our phones as hotspots. And I'll tell you, sometimes that doesn't work out too well. If you don't have cell phone reception, it's not an option. I did install a cell booster, but you have to have a little before you can boost it to more, right? So that works wherever we have a little, and it helps. But without STARLINK, we wouldn't be able to do this. We don't know where we'd be without STARLINK, okay? Now, we've got the revision 3 STARLINK, so it's got the servos. You set it up, you turn it on, it boots up, and it finds the orientation it wants to be at, and it sets itself to that orientation. You can see the router right here. We keep it right here, and of course, right now, it's on the roof. STARLINK, the antenna is on the roof. And the thing about STARLINK is you need a clear view of the sky. If you don't have a clear view of the sky, then you're either going to have slow reception or spotty reception or no reception at all. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Our STARLINK came with a 50-foot cable. We haven't bought a longer cable yet, but there's been times when I wish I had it. Because if we can't get reception with STARLINK at a campsite, I take the antenna, I take the router, and I take the cable, and I load in the truck, and I go somewhere where I could get a good view of the sky. And the first time I utilized that method, I had to take the generator off the back of the camper, put that in the back of the truck. I sat in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot while we uploaded the video. Now, some of these videos on STARLINK, depending on where you are, you know, we have the roam package on STARLINK because we're not stationary. And when you're at a location where STARLINK has a lot of competition, well, you're second choice, you know. The people that live there have first priority. So sometimes it can take 3, 4, 5, even 6 hours to upload a video depending on where you are. So, you know, it's best to be able to have a site where you can get STARLINK and good STARLINK right there at your camper. But like I said, sat in a parking lot of Dunkin' Donuts and uploaded the video with a generator running in the back of the truck, okay? Since then, we purchased a solar generator. So the next time I had to do that, I used a solar generator. Didn't have to yard out the generator off the back of the camper. Also, I bought a second 50-foot cable. Probably should have bought a longer one. But I bought that so I didn't have to unravel the one that we store underneath. And if you've seen that, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I didn't have to take the cable out of the camper and take it with us. I have that spare cable to take with us. Take with us to the next Dunkin' Donuts, say. And that also offers us the opportunity to have a cable on hand should the cable we have fail. Anyway, I hope that answers questions. You can put comments in the video, questions in the video, and I'll answer them. I caught this little beetle rolling a smart pill or bunny poo on our site's concrete pad. I started thinking about all the crappy jobs I've had. I realized that the job this little beetle has trumps them all. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. And also, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when new material hits our channel. From Rohn and Jacki at HEISTMAN'S Hit the Road, have a great day and thanks for watching.